Ahead of the crucial Supreme Court hearing on the validity of Article 35A, which gives special status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, authorities in the state have made heavy deployment of security forces in the valley. Section 144 has been imposed in Poonch sector as a precautionary measure. The police says that the restrictions have been imposed in view of rumour mongering in the state over communal tension and border evacuation. Meanwhile, former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Mahbooba Mufti also warned the centre of consequences if any tampering with the special status is done.
Empty streets, uneasy calm, eerie silence. The streets of Kashmir deserted amid shutdown call by separatists. As the top court gets set to hear the fate of contentious Article 35A, Hurriyat observed a shutdown in the valley against any bid to alter the state's special status.
Section 144 has been imposed in several localities of downtown Srinagar to ensure that no untoward incident takes place. There is some amount of panic. There is panic buying. Now, apart from the Jammu and Kashmir police, you also see the Central Reserve Police Force personnel who've been deployed here. There are some changes that are taking place in the pattern of deployment of security forces.
Amid a crackdown on separatists, the centre has beefed up security by rushing 100 companies of paramilitary forces. Prohibitive orders continue to be in place at several locations. The state government defended its move, citing the upcoming elections and revealed its stand in the top court.
जहाँ तक गवर्नमेंट का सवाल है तो गवर्नमेंट की February 11 की लेटर है, which all of you are aware of, where it has already asked for adjournment of the proceedings. So the government stand remains that.
The valley is apprehensive that the centre may be preparing to bring an ordinance to end Article 35A, which bars outsiders from settling in the state and also denies property rights to women marrying outsiders.
क्या हम आर्टिकल 370 की तरफ भी देख सकते हैं? क्या सोचा जा सकता है उसे लेकर, क्योंकि आप कहा करते हैं?
इस संबंध में मैं कुछ नहीं कहूंगा, बस इतना ही मैं कहूंगा कि जो कुछ भी करना पड़ेगा सब कुछ हम लोग करेंगे। डिप्लोमेटिक, स्ट्रेटेजिक, पॉलिटिकल, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल, जो भी करना होगा, जिसकी भी आवश्यकता महसूस होगी वो कदम हम लोग उठाएंगे।
Former Chief Minister and PDP Chief Mahbooba Mufti linked the special status to Jammu and Kashmir's accession to India and warned of dire consequences if the centre removes it.
There is a kind of a sense of unrest visible in the Kashmir Valley, where people are expecting anything on the Monday on an important hearing on 35A in the Supreme Court. So far, we are seeing that the biggest challenge for the authorities and the government here in the Kashmir Valley is to ensure the safety and security of the people.
With Gaurav Sawant, Shujaul Haq and Ashraf Wani, Bureau Report, India Today.
And after a series of attacks on Kashmiris living outside the valley, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has finally broken his silence on the issue, slamming the targeting of Kashmiris. The Prime Minister said that the people of Kashmir themselves are victims of terror and those who attack them are helping the terrorists. Here's our report.
Locals clashing with security forces. Unrest boiling across the Kashmir Valley. A concern for the centre and state administration ahead of the crucial hearing on Article 35A in Supreme Court that grants special rights to people of Jammu and Kashmir in jobs, buying assets, schemes and scholarships. The rising turmoil reflected by the centre deploying 100 companies of paramilitary forces and the state government asking residents to stock up on necessities is an indicator of the apprehensions as the Modi government has been mulling a politically volatile move. Sources say that the top brass of the BJP and the RSS may be preparing to make Modi government's intent on Article 35A clear. Sources confirm that the centre may make an oral mention of its stand in SC hearing on petitions challenging Article 35A as unconstitutional. The government is reportedly getting feedback from Jammu and Kashmir before they take a final decision.
The BJP has moved, being in alliance with the PDP to win Kashmiri hearts to the act of mode. Political parties can make mistakes, move on and even recover. But errors by governments push troubled territories like Kashmir inevitably into deeper trouble.
Meanwhile, tensions also escalated in the valley, with locals in Anantnag hitting the streets against any tampering of Article 35A. Forces had to resort to tear gas shells to disperse stone pelters. National Conference also staged a protest in Srinagar, echoing a similar demand.
We are right now in Lal Chowk area of Srinagar city, and this is a protest being organized by the workers of National Conference. They are protesting against the treatment that Kashmiris have been meted out outside, and also against any move of tampering with the special status of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. These workers have come out on the street at a time when there is already a crackdown by the government on the separatist leaders and Jamaat-e-Islami leaders. Throughout the night, scores of Jamaat-e-Islami workers have been arrested, and additional paramilitary forces have been brought in to Kashmir yesterday as an emergency measure.
The contentious Article 35A came about in 1954 following an accord between then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and NC founder Sheikh Abdullah. Nehru's cabinet pushed for the article, and then President of India Rajendra Prasad added it to the constitution without going to the parliament. Will the Modi government bite the 35A bullet? The next few days will be crucial. With Rahul Srivastav, Bureau Report, India Today.
And in a big success for the security forces, 3 Jaish terrorists have been eliminated in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. The terrorists were killed in a brief gunfight at the southern Kulgam district of Kashmir. The encounter raged after a cordon search operation in Kulgam's Turigam village. However, the success came at the big cost, as one DSP rank officer of Jammu and Kashmir Police, Aman Thakur, and an army Jawan were martyred. Both were critically injured in the initial burst of fire by the terrorists, and death of our martyrs have left the people in shock. While the kin demands justice, people came out to the streets to protest against the killing. Last rites of our martyred brave hearts will be performed today, and the martyred DSP, in fact, hails from Jammu and was leading the anti-terror operation at Kulgam. Sources said that an army major and a Jawan suffered injuries in the gunfight and are being treated for their injuries at the hospital.
This was the area where martyr Aman Thakur used to live with his family. You can see a large number of people have gathered here in Reshamgarh colony of Jammu city. They are here to express their solidarity with the bereaved family. Deputy Superintendent of Jammu and Kashmir Police, Aman Thakur, made the supreme sacrifice for the nation while fighting the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists in South Kashmir's Kulgam district. He made the supreme sacrifice for the nation. Hundreds of people gathered outside this house, and they even raised anti-Pakistan slogans. They have also taken out protest marches in the Jammu city, and they are expressing solidarity with the family, and the people here are saying that enough is enough. Now the time has come to teach Pakistan a lesson. With video journalist Neeraj Kumar, this is Sunil Bhatt reporting from Jammu for India Today.
सर, बातचीत मोहल्ले में जब आते थे, ना किसी से फालतू बोलना है कि उनका ये ऐसा बिहेवियर था कि कभी किसी से, हमेशा हर बंदे के साथ उन्होंने प्यार से पेश आना है. कभी उन्होंने ये नहीं महसूस होने दिया कि मोहल्ले में वो डीएसपी हैं. सेंटर से मैं यही अपील कर रहा हूँ आज प्राइम मिनिस्टर जी से, जो हमारे सेंटर में गवर्नमेंट है. सर, अब आपका टाइम ख़त्म है, चाहे आप आगे देखो, अब हमें आर पार का चाहिए.
वो जब भी आते थे मेरे पाँव छूते थे, जैसे कि मैं उनका बाप हूँ, और बैठते थे, एक ही बेड पर बैठते थे हम दोनों, और बड़े प्यार से मिलते थे. मेरी सारी फैमिली को प्यार से मिलते थे. लेकिन उनकी यादें जो हैं वो तो भूलने वाली हैं ही नहीं.
जो शुरुआती खबर थी उसके मुताबिक ये जैश का ग्रुप था, मिलिटेंट्स का, जो किसी जगह पे छुपा था, और हमारे पुलिस और आर्मी सीआरपी ने मिलकर के इस ऑपरेशन को शुरू किया था. हमें अपने बहादुर जांबाज ऑफिसर को खोने का गम भी है, और उसकी बहादुरी पर हमें फख्र भी है.
In the shadow of the Pulwama terror attack, Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and 3 service chiefs will be meeting defence attaches. Looking to go on an offensive against Pakistani support to terrorists involved in the Pulwama attacks, Defence Minister and the chiefs of Army, Navy and Air Force will be meeting Indian defence attaches today. In the 2-day meeting, the government is expected to tell the defence attaches to expose Pakistan on the terror front and its complicity with international Islamic terrorist groups. The 2-day conclave would also see detailed discussion on ties with important countries in the world, including the United States, Russia and other friendly nations. India has already engaged with world powers on its stand on the Pulwama attacks. Remember, world powers had condemned the attacks, including United States, Russia and France. While the world has isolated Pakistan over the horrific Pulwama attacks and having links with terror outfits, terror nation Pakistan, however, remains in denial. Pakistan's Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has urged India to exercise restraint and has even accused India of warmongering and aggressive posturing. He further said, and I quote here, "I want to give clear message that India is creating war frenzy, but if it thinks that it can bring Pakistan under pressure or browbeat us, then it should get rid of this notion because this nation is united like a fist," unquote. Now, Pakistan has only been flexing its muscles ever since Pulwama attacks, despite the links with the Jaish-e-Mohammed being established. It, in spite of taking firm action against the terror groups breeding on its soil, has only been targeting India. From Imran Khan, in fact, to Sheikh Rashid and Shah Mahmood Qureshi, Pakistan's politicians have only threatened war.
बच्चा बच्चा पाकिस्तान के नजरिए की और कश्मीरियों के हक खुद इरादियत की जद्दोजहद में उनके साथ खड़ा है। मेरी आंख उठाकर देखने की जुर्रत न कर रहा।
In today's Rahul Kanwal spoke to Imran Khan's minister Sheikh Rashid. While refusing to accept that Pakistan is soft on terror groups, the minister indulged in open war mongering against India. Let's listen into this exclusive conversation.
Mr. Rashid, welcome to India today at a time when relations between India and Pakistan have taken a nosedive. The Indian government, led by its Prime Minister Narendra Modi, making absolutely clear that there will be consequences for Pulwama. The Indian military has been given the green signal to strike at a time and place of its choosing and to punish Pakistan for the act of terror perpetrated from Pakistani soil. Mr. Rashid.
Yes, both the sides. The Indian Modi has given green signal to their armed forces, and our Prime Minister Imran Khan has yesterday addressed the main defense people and all the defense head of the forces, and he has also given the clear message and clear permission that if somebody is going to attack on you, then destroy them.
शेख रशीद साहब, लेकिन इंडिया में बहुत मानना है सरकार का भी, लोगों का भी, कि लगातार जो आतंकी हमले हैं वो पाकिस्तान से आ रहे हैं। हमने देखा कि इस पुलवामा हमले के बाद जैश-ए-मोहम्मद ने बाकायदा वीडियो जारी किया, जिसको डिनाई नहीं किया गया। मौलाना मसूद अजहर ने उसकी जिम्मेदारी भी ली, और ये जैश-ए-मोहम्मद पाकिस्तान में बेस्ड है और आपकी सरजमीन पे बेस्ड होते हुए ये हिंदुस्तान को आके बार बार टेररिस्ट अटैक का सामना करना पड़ रहा है। रशीद साहब,
देखिए, पाकिस्तान खुद दहशतगर्दी का शिकार रहा है। किसी कीमत पर भी हम पड़ोसी मुल्कों में दहशतगर्दी की सोच नहीं सकते। और मैं वाजपेयी के दौर में भी मिनिस्टर था, और जब वाजपेयी साहब के दौर में एक पीपल टू पीपल कांटेक्ट निकला और कश्मीर के इशू पर मुज़ाकरात की बात निकली, 70 सालों से हम मसला कश्मीर में उलझे हुए हैं और एक दूसरे पे इल्जाम लगा रहे हैं।
सर, कहीं ना कहीं सवाल यह है कि जिस तरीके से हमने देखा कि जमातु दवा को बैन किया गया, फलाए इंसानियत पर पाबंदी लगाई गई, वो अब 26/11 के बाद आफ्टर 26/11 द पाकिस्तानी स्टेट डिड द सेम थिंग। आपकी कोई पॉलिसी कंसिस्टेंट नहीं है। जब हिंदुस्तान में हमला होता है, इंटरनेशनल कम्युनिटी का प्रेशर बनता है, तब पाकिस्तान फटाफट इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस पे बैन लगा देता है, प्रेशर खत्म होता है, फिर जैश-ए-मोहम्मद, फिर लश्कर-ए-तैयबा, हफीज सईद, जैश-ए-मोहम्मद के सरगना मौलाना मसूद अजहर, इनको
पूरी छूट मिल जाती है पाकिस्तान में ऑपरेट करने की? ऐसा क्यों होता है सर?
देखें, इससे पहले हिंदुस्तान में सेकुलर क़यादतें थी, खा वो वाजपेयी की थी या इंदिरा गवर्नमेंट थी, और भुट्टो साहब ने भी, जुल्फकार अली भुट्टो ने कई दफा सूरन सिंह से एक दिन में 2-2 दफा मज़ाकरात किए।
आप दोस्ती की बात करते हो, हिंदुस्तान में लोग दोस्ती चाहते हैं, लेकिन आतंकवाद की इस फैक्ट्री को किस तरीके से आपने खुली छूट दी हुई है, इनकी तो जो स्पेस है वो डबल हो रही है, ये भी तो देखिए शेख रशीद, ये क्यों नहीं देखती आपकी सरकार और आप?
देखें, आई नो इमरान खान, और मैंने 7 साल कैद काटी है शाहपुर, हरिपुर, भावलपुर में। So I never met this man, Maulana Azhar Saab, or I never heard about this. And I heard that Indian people want to have a surgical strike on this Bahawalpur and the Murid Ke, but you must be well aware of this. If there is any strike, surgical strike, there will be a full-fledged war. We have no other option. And there will be, it's not a tailor that you just come and hit, attack and run. No, we will not allow you. We want to live a peaceful neighbor, and we want the solution of Kashmir.
And back home, the government of India has decided to erect a national war memorial in the vicinity of the India Gate. This to honor its armed forces. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be inaugurating the National War Memorial today in a ceremony. Names of over 22,000 soldiers who died in multiple conflicts after independence have been engraved and placed on 16 honor walls. During the inauguration, in fact, Prime Minister Modi will be lighting the eternal flame, signifying the souls of soldiers who laid down their lives for the country under toll. In fact, at the memorial, this will be the second eternal flame besides the one at the Amar Jawan Jyoti under the arch of the India Gate. Let's shift focus to West Bengal now. And the wife of the retired IPS officer who committed suicide earlier this week has now broken her silence. Speaking exclusively to India Today, Gaurav Datta's wife has revealed how her late husband was pushed to the brink by the West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. Shreyasi Datta is now taking her fight to Delhi. She will be meeting Home Ministry officials with the help of BJP leader Mukul Roy. The 1986 batch IPS officer was found with a slit wrist at his house on February 19th. Datta had taken voluntary retirement last year, and his suicide note, it read that the officer held Mamata Banerjee responsible for his death. Accusing Mamata Banerjee of harassment, Datta in his suicide note wrote that the Chief Minister is directly responsible in the form of abetment. He alleged in his note that Mamata Banerjee had blocked his honest hard-earned savings and has also been victimizing him for 10 years in a row.
He went to our state government, and what they replied that we lost your file. Is this a valid reason? They said we lost your file, sir, what we can do. Then he went to Delhi. And there also the same thing reply he got. That says, okay, the government, the state government saying that they lost the file. What can we do? Both government are saying that we lost the file. Is this a valid reason to an officer like him?
News and updates continue right here on India Today. You can also revisit our stories on our website, indiatoday.in.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.